morning. It's 7:30 in the morning on May 3rd, and we're just having coffee in the rose garden today. The doggies are waiting to get their walk. I've gone around and looked at the roses, and most everybody is looking quite good with not too much sawfly. Plan for today is to get at the fish fertilizer. I'm going to do a foliar feed, considering maybe adding some granular fertilizer to the more mature roses, but I've heard that granular fertilizer on new roses is not a good idea, and Heirloom Roses recommends only doing the fish fertilizer for the first year. So I think I'll stick to that. I think these roses are also really due for some moisture. All right, well, we're gonna take these dogs for a walk, and then we're gonna get into the garden. So I'm back from walking the dogs, and I'm just gonna take a look at this fertilizer that I got from Evolve Dirt and Grow. This is out of Stonewall, Manitoba. So this is Evolve Rose Plant Fertilizer. I don't think I'm gonna actually use as much as they say, because this is only 900 grams, although I think buy 6 of these, or I bought many of them. But what I'm going to do is I'll put about a quarter cup around the bottom of each, quarter to half a cup around the bottom of each of the established roses, and I'm not going to use it on the babies. Again, I'm going to dig it in quite deeply because the dogs love anything organic, so I will be digging this in deeply around each rose, and then we'll take a look at the fish fertilizer that we're going to use. It only took just over 10 minutes to put that rose organic fertilizer down on the existing roses, and I used up almost all of one container for that. So what I've got now is the organic fish bloom fertilizer, which is what I've used previously, and so my reading glasses. This is made with organic ingredients, and it's got no salt buildup, and it has organic nutrients plus calcium, and it says 10 mils per liter. I remember last time I used 80 mils in this, which is 8 liters. So I'm gonna do the same. When I was digging in the fertilizer for the existing roses, I did realize that everything's quite dry. So I will be very carefully watering these roses. But I think it's making them a bit stronger. I don't know. I've used the first bottle of fish fertilizer on the back roses, and I'm just moving over here to Fragrant Cloud, where I've discovered some unusual foliar issue. I don't know what it is. So Fragrant Cloud appears to have this, which again, you know me, I'm just gonna pull it right off. White and black spot, and it's on the edges of the leaves too, so. Where else did I see it? If this is more fungal than insect infestation, then I suspect I'm gonna have to get more of an antifungal type of treatment. So anyways, I guess I know what I'll be looking up later today. It took me about an hour and I finished 2 full bottles of this organic fish bloom, so 2 liters, and that was 8 liters total for each rose. Now I'm thinking about going through with the hose just to rinse it down a bit so the dogs don't dig. So I'll probably add at least a few more liters per plant of moisture. I'm also going to be using this, which is also from Evolve. It's the organic all-purpose plant fertilizer. I'm actually going to use that on the peonies and also on these little jasmines while I have everything out. So. Okay, so it's must be 9:45 by now. I've got all the plants, all the roses have been fed with fish fertilizer, and I've also watered in additionally with the hose. So I think each rose got at least 15 liters of water, I would say. And the second year roses also got the granulated organic rose fertilizer. So feeling good about that. I've got some other garden activities to do, include replanting my pots and putting some rhododendrons that I bought yesterday at Costco into the front yard. And I'm also going to look into whether the lime sulphur that I have could work against black spots. So I may be doing that later in the day. But anyways, it's been a great morning in the garden. Hey, it's just about 5:30. I did go out to Canadian Tire and got the sulphur dust, and I've read the side, and it says that you can put two tablespoons in 2 liters of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at each plant, and I'm going to decide if it needs insecticide or sulphur dust, because I think some of them need insecticide more than sulphur dust. Maybe once I do the spraying, I'll give you one more show around. Powder, sulphur dust powder. Okay, well, I went around spraying them, and about half of them needed black spot spray and half of them needed a bit of rose saw. So iceberg, I added some more sweet alyssum. Gemini is still struggling to put on growth. Royal City is looking good. Golden Opportunity is looking great. Added a few more verbena, white verbena, some alyssum. Pope John Paul got sprayed with sulphur. Crown Princess Margareta is looking good. We've got Rosanna, really, like compared to Gemini, Rosanna's looking great. Eustacia Vine #2, and we've got Fragrant Cloud, which you can see is sprayed. The sulphur spray is a little bit milkier. I've done that. Sweet Mademoiselle, doing pretty good. There's the new Star Jasmine. This is one of the pots I put together. The plastic part is gonna be hidden. I just didn't have any pots that fit inside that galvanized container, and I thought it looked kind of cool there. And I added more alyssum. I just had a bunch left over. So sterling silver needed spray. There was a few of them that didn't need any spray at all. Queen Mary 2 was looking good. Westerland, again, I think Westerland might be the one that's going to get the first bloom. Here's Love's Promise. I really sprayed it. It was kind of black spotty. I added more white verbena, and Strike It Rich got sulfur spray. Secrets Out got sulfur spray. William PJ didn't get anything. Claire Austin got sulfur spray. Harlow Carr didn't get anything. Looking good actually, Harlow Carr. Marilyn Monroe got sulfur spray. Golden Celebration sulfur spray. Princess Alexandra of Kent, again, she's very leggy. And then Eustacia Vi. So the garden's looking really great. I'm happy with it. I need to not buy any more annuals to add in. I just need this to all fill in. So the other things that I did today is I added this rhododendron into that back garden, and I used the salvia that was in there previously. I used that to replace, I had all those tulips that were done. So I replaced these pots, used the salvia from that had overwintered and some of the annuals. And this is going to be, it's an orange honeysuckle. It looks really cool and it smells nice. So those are all those pots. I also redid these pots with white salvia. They're a bit droopy right now because it's so hot in the backyard. And then those are all the strawberries going well. And then I also redid this one too. This has got the winter violas that I planted last fall that seem to be looking good still. And so I put a white salvia in there. I also put a Brunnera Jack Frost in here because I really liked this Brunnera, and I put another one in there. Yeah, and this is kind of our nice little seating area. So overall, it was a very long but very awesome day in the rose garden, and I feel good that I've discovered the right thing to do for that black spot, which is the sulfur. So anyways, great day in the garden. Thanks for watching. I wanted to mention that the Rose Garden Diaries is going on tour in May. My mom and I are going to the Chelsea Flower Show, and then we're going on a tour of the Cotswolds and some other Royal Horticultural Society gardens. And so the Rose Garden Diaries will be on tour, and I will be uploading some videos of the trip and some of the special rose gardens we're going to visit. And the most exciting thing we're going to be doing is, well, I wouldn't say the most exciting thing we're doing. One of the very exciting things we're going to be doing is going to visit David Austin roses. So anyways, that will be coming up in a couple of weeks. Thanks.